In this video, we're going to take a look at creating pages in WordPress. Before we do, I just want to point something out real quick. In the last video, I had you set your permalinks to post name, but I noticed that it threw this index.php in there as well, but we don't want that. So I'm going to click on custom structure and just delete this portion right here, this index.php and then the slash. I'll hit delete, and now it just has this slash percent post name percent slash. Go ahead and do that and then hit save changes. That way our links moving forward will be much cleaner and simple. Okay, with that done, let's jump over and take a look at pages in WordPress. I'm going to come up here in the sidebar and click pages, and you'll see we have a sample page by default. I'll click on the title, which is the same as clicking on this edit link. They'll take us to the exact same spot. And you can see we have our page title. We can see what our permalink will be, and that's that structure we literally just changed. So now instead of it saying mysite.dev/index.php/sample page, it just has that /sample page. I can change this link at any time. And where this is really helpful is if you're doing a promotion. So I have a lot of clients that will do different things, like say mail out a postcard that might say something like October sale or flash sale or some kind of event or anything you can think of. So what you can do is highlight this text, whatever this page is, and you can make the link whatever you want. So in this case, maybe we want to say sale. I'll hit OK. And now when I'm done, I'll hit this update button. And what that will do is update this page on the website. So if I click on this link, I can see the actual link would be mysite.dev/sale. So this is really helpful when you're doing a print promotion or some sort of advertisement online. You can control what that link is, and that's really helpful for consistent branding. I'm going to jump back to that page. I'll leave that alone. I just want to point out a couple more things. So right now we have this visual editor here. So our text looks better. It's styled. You can see it's got the paragraph style applied. We can make it bold. I could add a heading to the top of this, maybe my heading here. Click on the drop down and give it an appropriate heading for that style and start to format my text. I can add bulleted lists. I can add quotes, align it, add links. We can read more. I can even toggle the toolbar option, which gives me more options like colors and things like that. This is all great to just be able to type out anything you want and see exactly what it is. We can also add media right here. So if I wanted to add an image on this page, I could just hit return, click add media, and then select a file from my computer. And we're going to get into adding media later, so we're going to come back to that. If I'm on the text view option here, you can see that I can see the HTML markup. So if you're familiar with HTML, then this is great. You can dive in, roll up your sleeves, and really arm wrestle the code to be exactly what you want. But chances are, if you're a graphic designer, this looks pretty foreign to you. So you're going to want to make sure that you hang out on this visual tab. For now, that's all I really want to focus on. So I'm going to hit update. I'm going to come back up here, and what I want to show you is there's multiple ways to add new pages to WordPress. So we're going to try them all. So right now I'm going to add a new page by clicking this button at the top. I'm going to call this one home, and we'll say my home page. Now over here on the right, I'm going to click publish. Another way to create a new page is across the top. We have this new. I'll come down to page and click page. And this is another way to add a new page. We'll call this one about. And I could save this as a draft if I wanted to come back to it later. That way it doesn't actually publish on the live website. Let's say you were making something and you weren't quite ready to send it live yet. You could just save it as a draft, and when I come back into my pages, you could see that it says draft right next to it. I can click quick edit, and rather than opening up the whole page, it will open up this quick edit menu where I can change the status from draft to published, and I'll click update, and now that page will be live as well. One other way to add a new page is underneath this pages tab down to add new. So you can see there's a few different ways to achieve the same thing. I'm going to call this page contact. And this time I'm going to hit preview. What that's going to do is show me a preview of what the site will look like without actually making a changes to the site. This is helpful if you're making text changes or making changes to your page, but you don't want everybody else to see it yet. I'll hit publish. Now I'm going to jump back over to all my pages, and you can see I've got about, contact, home, and a sample page. Now if I go over to my website, I'm going to click right here on the title. You'll notice when I scroll down, I can't see any of that. There's no menus, there's nothing that would show me those pages I just made. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at how to create a custom menu for your website.